They say, this is my goal, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it. I will learn from every failure. I will learn faster, work harder, work smarter, and I will not quit until my dream is a reality. That's the difference between success and failure. Most people don't reach their dreams, not because they fail, but because they give up. It's not failure that stops us, but the decision to stop after the first failure. Those who succeed don't stop at one failure. They don't stop at 10 failures. They don't stop at 100, 1,000, or even 1,000,000. Failure is a massive part of being successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all the lessons are. When you go to the gym and work out, you're seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you reach failure, because that's where adaptation happens. That's where growth occurs. Successful people fail a lot. They fail more often than they succeed. They extract the lessons from failure and use the energy and wisdom to succeed in the next phase. You have to take a shot. You have to live at the edge of your capabilities. You have to live where you're almost certain you're going to fail. The reason for practice is controlled failure. You keep pushing to your limit until your body makes the adjustment, and you can do it. Failure helps you recognize the areas where you need to evolve. So fail early, fail often, fail forward. Failure makes winners stronger and hungrier. But it makes most people give up and feel worthless. Winners don't enjoy failure, but they never let failure stop them. Next time you encounter failure, remember that every great thing on this planet is here because the Creator learned from what did not work. As kids, we don't stop at failure. When we first learn to ride a bike, we fall over and over again. But we get up and push forward until we achieve our goal. But as we get older, most of us get weak. We are too soft to get back on the bike. We come up with excuses. It must not be for me. No, you're just soft. No, you're just lazy. Tell yourself the truth. Get back on the bike. Learn why you failed, and make sure you don't fall again. Make sure you are stronger for having the lesson. It's always frustrating to see people have a negative relationship with failure. Fail early, fail often, fail forward. You're here right now because tomorrow you want to be somebody greater than the person you are today. You see yourself succeeding. You have a vision, a dream. Congratulations. You're already 10 steps ahead of 95% of the world. Imagine if Michael Jordan was scared of missing. He would have never taken a shot. Imagine if Steve Jobs was afraid of people not liking his product. There would be no iPhone. So ask yourself this. Do you want to be a person who fears failure? Or do you want to be a person who loves success? Which one? You're going to have to pick today. I'll tell you one thing. One is a failure and one is a success. If you love success, there is nothing that can stop you. All those negative things people say will mean nothing. They'll talk about how only 1% make it to the top. Big deal. Want to know something else? Only 1% stick with a fitness program long enough to see results. Only 1% of nerds stick with a video game long enough to get good at it. Only 1% of relationships stick it out to the end. That doesn't mean you have a 1% chance. It just means you can't behave like the 99%. You'll have to do something better than giving up a month from now. Those are just numbers. Look around you. Are you like 99% of the people around you? If you are, then you're in the wrong place, my friend. You have to love success just as much, because that's what's going to allow you to get up and go for it. Being scared to fail won't do anything. In fact, when you love success and start going for it, guess what happens? You're going to fail. You're going to fail 10 times, 100 times, maybe even 1,000 times. But that's okay. Failure isn't permanent. Falling isn't permanent. You get right back up and keep going. This time you'll be stronger, wiser, and more driven than ever. For every 10 failures, you'll land one success. You have to love success so much that you're willing to fail 10 times before you can succeed once. That's how a winner does it. One of the biggest myths is that if you're scared to fail, you won't fail. That's the biggest myth ever. I believed it. I thought that being scared to fail would keep me from failing. I looked at the losers around me and thought, I never want to turn out like them. It's the love for success that will lead to succeeding. So next time someone tells you you're going to fail, tell them they're right. But you're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid to take action. You're not afraid to jump. You'll fail 10 times, but on the 11th time, you'll succeed. And it will feel good. While you're living the life of your dreams, there'll be failures. The real failures. Over there where it's safe. Scared to fail. Ironic, isn't it? A lot of people ask me what motivates me most. I ask them, what if you had 1 week left to live? Would you regret not pursuing your dreams, passions, and desires? Would you regret not living life to the fullest? Steve Jobs used to wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and ask himself questions like this. If the answer was yes too many days in a row, he knew he had to change something. And that should go for all of us. If you're living a life you wouldn't be okay with losing because you weren't able to do the things you wanted to do, then you need to change something. Life is too short and unpredictable not to live exactly the way you please. So, what do you have to lose if you pursue your dreams and fail? You might be more financially unstable, experience stress, or other feelings you wish you never had to experience. But even if you fail, you'll end up back where you started, which is where you are now. So what do you have to lose? Some of you are thinking about starting a business, pursuing your dreams to the fullest, becoming a doctor, engineer, firefighter, professional athlete. But some of you won't follow these ambitions because you're afraid. You let the fear of failure dictate your actions. You're afraid of what others think. But what truly matters is you. You have a gift, a talent, and that talent can make yourself and the people around you better. But sometimes the only way to do that is to take a risk. At some point, you have to take a leap to make your gift a reality. Otherwise, society will gladly accept you as a 9-to-5 slave, working just to pay off your rent, live for the weekend, which is the worst way to live. If you don't jump, if you don't pursue your gift, you will live a life full of regret. And your gift, your dreams, everything you ever had to offer will die with you. From firsthand experience, I regret not what I've done, but what I haven't done. All the opportunities I turned down, all the chances I never took, just because I was afraid or worried about what others thought. After months of thinking, I realized I would rather live each day as if it were my last, and take every risk possible to make myself as successful and happy as possible, than to be sitting on my deathbed at 90, regretting not taking a chance and thinking about what my life could have been if I just jumped. Because tomorrow is not a promise. I would rather die trying to live my dreams than to live a longer life filled with regret. Life is too short and too unpredictable to live it safe, basic, and traditional. But why do most people choose the safe life over taking risks? They feel like they have a lot to lose and that their current situation is relatively nice. And most importantly, they are comfortable. They got used to living basic within society's standards, being with their friends every now and then, being well rested. They got comfortable. And when you get comfortable, you don't want to move. That comfort zone is the danger zone because it will persuade you to stay there as long as possible. And as it persuades you, you will see your whole life go right by you. I am determined for greatness. I want to move mountains. If you're not determined for greatness, then you're okay with being mediocre. And I am not okay with being average. No one should be. If you want something bad enough, you know being uncomfortable is an ingredient. Excellence lies in everything underneath the surface, in what cannot be seen. So take mediocrity and make it excellent. Take what's yours and hold it up for the world to see. Because what hurts now in the present is the very same thing that will transform your life down the road. So say it with me. This is my goal, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it. I will learn from every failure. I will learn faster, work harder, work smarter, and I will not quit until my dream is a reality.